What you guys got another video? Stop using Windows 11 without using these 5 tweaks that I'm going to show you today. Now, Windows 11 is full of pre-installed applications. Now, you can go into here and just uninstall these one by one. I'm going to show you a different way of dealing with this today and how to install other software and also how to remove Microsoft Edge and a bunch of other bits on Windows 11. So first off, we're going to get Winget UI. You can download this from the website. I'll leave a link for it in the video description. We're going to get the direct installer for this one. And what this is going to allow us to do, all of the pre-installed apps inside Windows 11. Now, what this is going to also do is allow us to uninstall apps that you can't generally uninstall in the standard method by going into the apps location and uninstalling it that way. So we're going to go ahead and install this onto our system. We're going to use the portable installation right here. Once you've finished with this, you can either leave it on or you can uninstall it afterwards. It's entirely up to you. But before we go ahead and show you all of this, I just want to have a quick word from today's video sponsor, CD Key Sales. If you're looking for cheap Windows 11 Pro OEM keys or Office keys, then check out the links in the video description. Once you've chosen your purchase, you can create an account on CD Key Sales, click on the Buy Now button, and use my promo code R09 and apply that to your order, and you'll get a 30% discount on all your purchases on CD Key Sales. Once you've done that, you can submit your order. They will then send you your key. You can paste that into the activation center right here. Click Activate, and this will give you the full version of Windows 11 Pro with Group Policy Editor, which you're going to need for this video. So next, what you need to do is understand that this information I provide today in this video is for educational and entertainment purposes only. Any actions you take based on this video are strictly at your own risk and decision. I'm not responsible for any loss or damages that might happen to your system, so make sure you back up your data and create restore points. Now we're going to open up our application here. Now what this package manager application is going to do is allow us to download software and install software, also update all of the software on the system, and it's going to allow us to uninstall pre-installed applications. So you can see right here, it's already recognizing there's an update for applications. So what we're going to do is come down to this section right here, and this is installed applications. Now, removing pre-installed apps on Windows 11 can sometimes cause unexpected issues. Some of these apps are tied to the system features, so deleting them might break certain functions, affect updates, or even lead to stability problems. So it's usually safer to disable or uninstall only apps you are sure that aren't essential to the system. So go through here. Now there is going to be some on here and are essential to Windows, so you want to leave those alone. Now some of these might be phone link. These might be something that you need on the system, and removing it can cause problems. Also, this program doing this method will not remove Edge. I'll show you another method to remove Edge if you want to remove Edge. But again, some of this stuff is not needed. If you don't want to be tied to Microsoft applications, then remove all of the ones you're not going to be using and use third-party software instead of using the Microsoft apps. Now, obviously, the Microsoft Store is essential for some functions. So if you want to keep that on the system, I would advise you not to uninstall it. Same thing for phone link. If you use your phone to plug into the computer and you use that application, then I wouldn't advise you uninstalling that program as well. So let me just quickly uninstall these. So you can see I've check marked a bunch of these. I'm going to remove as much as I can here just to show you how this application works. And you can now see it's starting to remove all of these applications from the computer. And you'll see whether it's uninstalled this successfully by telling you on the screen at the bottom there. So I'm going to let this run through, and you might see the odd prompt popping up on the screen, and that's because it's uninstalling Microsoft OneDrive. So I'm going to uninstall that from the system as well. So we're just going to let that run through, and once this is all done, it should remove all your applications like Microsoft Teams, the weather app, and all that sort of stuff from the PC. So like I said, choose which ones you want to remove from your PC. Don't just copy what I'm doing right here. Otherwise, you could end up removing stuff that you actually need. So that is the uninstall process done. Now I'm going to search for a browser because we're going to be removing Microsoft Edge, and we can't uninstall Microsoft Edge with this method, and we can't uninstall Microsoft Edge inside the apps section inside Windows 11. So I've searched for Google Chrome. Again, use whatever browser you like. I'm going to go ahead and select this one right here, which is coming directly from Google themselves, and install that onto our system. This will also keep the browser updated, this application as well, and all the other software that you have installed on your system. So our browser's now installed. As you can see, I do have Google Chrome installed, and I'm just going to quickly take you to this location right here and go to our app section, and we can take a look at the apps that are left. So this is what we have left here. There's a couple of things I want to do here. I want to remove that remote desktop because I don't need that on the system. And everything else on here is pretty much good to go. Now, I would obviously remove the Windows Package Manager software afterwards if you didn't need it. And again, we can't uninstall Microsoft Edge here because it is tied to the system. But if you do want to uninstall it, which you can in the EU, then I'll show you a way you can go about doing it. But these two right here at the bottom are to do with Winget, which is what we've been using to uninstall the applications. So you can uninstall that after you've finished if you want to. So we're going to go to task bar settings right here. I'm just going to quickly change the icon to icon only and just turn off these ones right here, because that just makes things a little bit tidier. And if you want to go a bit further, there's a few other settings you can go through inside here as well and tidy that up. Now, to remove Microsoft Edge, you can either use WinToys, which is a really simple and easy way of removing Edge. If you want to see a separate video on that, let me know in the comments section down below. I'll make a video showing you how to do it with WinToys. But we're going to be using this Edge remover script right here. Now, I've not covered this one on the channel before, but it is a pretty decent script for removing Edge, and it removes Edge with its own uninstaller, meaning there aren't any leftovers, alongside no breakages or any other issues by removing it by this method. All we need to do is copy this little link right here, and we can now go to our Windows terminal. Hoping that you haven't removed Windows Terminal, we're going to right click here and go Windows Terminal Admin, say yes to the user account control, and then paste in our command. This will then open up a PowerShell window right here, as you can see, and it's given us the option to uninstall Edge, install WebView. We're going to uninstall Edge here, and it is now gone. Edge is now removed from the system. It's that simple. So that is a good way of removing Edge if you don't want it on the PC. There's just a little icon on the taskbar down there that I just need to remove. It's a shortcut icon, and I can close the terminal window down here as well. And that's already looking clean, and it's not taken long at all. Now I'm going to quickly restart the PC because we've made a bunch of changes. That start menu has to go. I'm not going to show you in this video, but I would advise you to use something like Start 11 or Start All Back or OpenShell or something like that to replace that start menu, because it is hideous. And I've shown that quite a few times, so I'm not going to cover that in this video. So what we're going to do is let this system boot back up. And once we get to the desktop, I'll show you what else you can do to sort this out super quick and super easy. So from here, we're now back to the desktop. Let me just quickly show you right here what else needs to be changed on this system. So first off, we need to remove all of this rubbish inside the search box right here. Now you can turn Windows search off completely. I'm not going to show you that in this video. It's pretty straightforward. I've done it a bunch of times. But inside here, I'm going to go into our privacy and security, and you can see search. And all I need to do here is turn off search history and also turn off show search highlights. And I'm going to also turn off the Microsoft account and work or school account right here as well. And that's done. If you want to completely shut off Windows search altogether, you can do. And I'm pretty sure you know how to do that. It's pretty straightforward, but I'm going to leave it in here. You might need to open it up a couple of times for it to take effect, and it's now clean and gone. Next, I'm going to be going into the registry to remove that nasty icon on the desktop, which is to do with Bing. Let me just quickly do that right here. All of the files that I'm using in this video are on my Discord server. They're all on there, so you can get them from there. So I'm just going to basically delete this. Now we've finished with it, and that's now gone. And all you need to do next is take care of a lot of the telemetry and privacy settings and other settings like inside here. There's a heap of them inside here that you need to go through and take care of. And using the group policy files that I have on my Discord server, you can quickly make these changes because I've already got them exported right here. And I'll extract these and I'll show you how to do it, because some people said they don't know how to import these. So you just copy the files like so, or cut and paste them, and then go to your Explorer here, this PC, your C drive, Windows, System 32, and then your group policy folder. If you don't see it there, it's because you're probably running Windows Home Edition. You need the Pro Edition and above to be able to use the group policy editor. Once you paste them inside your group policy folder right here and just say continue, it will copy all the files in. You need to restart your PC one last time. You can delete these files on the desktop now. You don't need these. And again, like I said, all these files are on the Discord server. So I'm going to quickly restart the system. And once this is done, you can then go into group policy and change some of these if you want to enable some of these features. That way, they're already set. You just go into the policies and just change them back, and they will undo any sort of changes. So what have they done? Well, basically what these files are going to do is make all the changes for you. You don't have to go in here and do all of this. So for instance, location, you can see some of these settings are managed by your organization, and these have all been locked out and turned off. So if you want that back on, you have to go into the group policy editor and turn that feature off. Same thing for all of these diagnostic and feedback. All your search and speech and stuff like that has all been taken care of. All the advertisement IDs, all the notifications have been turned off. Everything has been turned off, and it won't come back on after an update because their policy is set in place. So they should be off permanently. And that is basically the group policy part, and you're pretty much good to go. You don't really need to do much more on the PC. So if you want these files, they're on the Discord server. You can download them from there. They're inside the Tech Vault section on Discord. If you need help, let me know and I'll give you a hand to find them. Anyway, with that said, my name has been Brian from briteccomputers.co.uk. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section down below. I shall see you on the Discord server. Have a lovely weekend. Bye for now.